We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Y'all thought you were going to get a break today and not see me? No. I was going to make sure of that. No, anyway. Honey Boo has been helping me, and we're doing the Troy Drive. We've been doing it from, actually, we kicked it off Friday after Thanksgiving, and we're going to do it all the way through December 23rd. And so if you've got a toy, an unwrapped toy, you can go out and purchase one. We're going to be collecting those and then giving those out to children in our area for all the different organizations. I'm going to distribute them. I'm going to be Santa, kind of give some toys out. So please do that. Anyway, as I was saying earlier on the show the other day, that this month we're focusing everything about holidays because, it's that time of year. We just had Thanksgiving. And so some of the things that happen during the holiday season, obviously is you get a little stressed. And so today my guests that we have in the studio this morning are going to be helping us talk a little bit through how do you manage that? How do you get through that? Does it have to be so stressful? So in the studio this morning, I have the wonderful Cheryl Butler, and I also have Fergie Havman, and a returning guest who is like, my sidekick now, Bridget Seletka, joining us this morning to kind of help us through that. But before we get going, we got to know who our new peeps are, right, Bridget?
Yes.
So Cheryl, tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we'll move over to Fergie.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Cheryl Butler, and I am a therapist in the Woodlands, Texas. I have a practice called True North, and we are a group private practice.
Okay.
And I'm also the mom of 3 young boys. I have twins who are 9 and a 5-year-old. So
You have no stress.
we are busy. We're just so busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. And
Thanks.
tell us, Fergie.
Hi, yes, my name is Fergie Havman, and I'm a LPC intern under the supervision of Mary Ann Sartori in the Woodlands as well, with Family and Youth Institute. I, too, have 2 boys, and we just added our first little girl, who's 3 months.
Congratulations.
Yes. And so mom of 3 as well, living here in the area.
So you'll know a thing or two rather about stress, right? A little bit. And Bridget, well, we know all about you.
I'm Bridget Seletka.
Yes.
I have an office here in the Woodlands. I'm also a licensed counselor in New York and Texas. I'm a mom of 2 kids who are college students. They're at Texas A&M. My son's birthday is tomorrow. Can I say happy birthday?
Of course you can.
And I help to organize a great group of professionals, which is how I know these ladies, called the Woodlands Mental Health Professionals. And we have about 250 providers, counselors, psychiatrists, and it's growing, right? And psychologists here in the Woodlands. So we can always hook you up with a great counselor if you need that.
Perfect. Well, as I was saying earlier, you think about Christmas and you think about the holidays and you think fun, exciting. It's the time of year where you're giving and you're buying and you're doing all this. But there is a level of stress that people feel during that holiday time. I mean, that's an area that we don't always focus on because we always are thinking about the positive side of things. But it's an area we really do need to focus on because it can kind of damper or, in some cases. And Bridget, I'm going to open it up with you because, number one, you've coordinated all this amazing thing here. So we have to open it up with Bridget. And 2, can you dab a little bit into that? I know you kind of put some polls out there and got some comments in from people. You want to start it off?
I did. So I threw it out there on Facebook, and my lovely friends and colleagues chimed in. And really just asking people, what are your stressors at the holidays? Right. And I got lots of public messages, and I think as many private messages, which I think speaks to that people really struggle with this. And it's, sort of the hidden aspect of the holidays, right?
Right.
That, the outward thing is fun and sparkly things and parties, right? But inwardly, people are struggling with lots of things. So the first idea I thought maybe we could talk about is, we all have regular stress, right? We all have that.
Yeah.
So what those things like money or health issues, personal stress.
Sure.
And then the holiday season comes upon us, and my sense is that amplifies everything.
Yes.
This idea of amplification, that if you already have money problems, right, there's financial stressors, and the holidays come, and then it's whoa, that makes that so much bigger and harder, right? What do you guys think about that? kind of idea.
What do you think, Cheryl? I mean,
Well, even as you were
Yeah.
introing and talking about all the good things in that, I even felt my body, my shoulders
Right.
lift up a little bit.
slow
like
down,
that.
Cachet. That's a little bit.
But I think that's what happens,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it makes me just this visual of just squeezing. It's like
Yes.
our time is squeezed, our finances are squeezed. Everything just feels like our tipping point is a little closer to what it would have been in April.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And Fergie, what would you say?
Well, the other part of that is there's like it's as if there's a deadline. Like the 25th or the 31st, that we have this deadline in our head about December, that at the end of December, and then all the things and start coming up of how did the year go for us?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
What did we accomplish? Oh no, we didn't. And then by the way, now I'm going to purchase these things and make them feel better. But what about what's going on here?
Right.
And so
And what you're and to chime in, I guess yearly, right? 365 days in the year, you're already stressing about all different things going on in your life. And then Christmas is coming, and it just kind of amplifies it, if you will. And so we're going to take a quick commercial, and when we come back, we're going to dig deeper into what y'all are talking about, and I guess some ways in how we can manage this, right?
Definitely.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Veda's Medical Spa and Wellness Center is a premier wellness center specializing in effective medical interventions to help you look and feel younger. Dr. Nangrani is dedicated to providing unmatched personalized care using a holistic approach that includes sophisticated cosmetic, aesthetic, and anti-aging treatments in a warm and relaxing atmosphere. Combining a medical spa with a wellness center, we ensure the best medical treatments are complemented by specialized holistic healing techniques. Veda's treatments will enhance your natural beauty and never leave you with that done look. Visit us at vedasmedspa.com or call us at 281-298-5476.
If you're tired of wasting your money on makeup bags that were not wide enough and tumbling out your cosmetics, Makeup Junkie bags are here. One of the best cosmetic and travel bags you'll ever own, handcrafted in Texas. You can visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com where you can find our collection of makeup bags, totes, man junk bags, and jewelry bags. But that's not all. These junkie bags are not only for makeup. Visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com and shop all the bags everyone loves. Get one for you, your family, and your friends.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Arts Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsartsfloral.com and barbsartsfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Arts Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lone Star. If it's got wheels wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome back to Today with Cachet. It is Thursday. We are here in the Woodlands, Texas, and this month we are focusing everything on holiday. And so if you have not heard, you're going to keep hearing it. I've told you that, so get ready. We're doing a wonderful toy drive here for the children. So Honey Boo and I are asking that you bring your toys in. We're demanding you bring some toys in here. So please do that. Stop by, find some time to do that. And I know my eyes are not seeing, but I see some toys over here.
We have toys.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about?
Yes.
These ladies are on par. Thank you. They're hold up your toys, everyone. So please do like they're doing and stop by and bring some toys in. And thank you very much for that.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
but before commercial, we were talking a little bit about, the time of year. It's supposed to be that amazing time, but we cannot negate the fact that there are stressors, and it gets amplified. And there's so many different ones. So, if y'all don't mind, counselors, can I dig into your personal life a little bit and tell us a little bit about some of the stressors you're experiencing or that you do that Christmas or the holiday season brings out in you? And we're going to start with Bridget. We're going to start with the leader. Bridget, you tell us first. We'll put you on the spot.
So this is a busy time of year for counselors, I feel like. I feel like there's a lot of demands on my time with that because, my clients are feeling stressed and they want to have sessions, so time is definitely always an issue. For me, it's like there's a lot of happiness at the holidays, but also some sadness too. And I think, and we'll talk a little bit later, I think about grief, but missing my mom and my dad actually. Also, I think there's this element of grieving the way holidays used to be, and maybe our childhoods a little bit too. So that comes up for me at the holidays, and I'm really super aware. My son is a senior in college, and that he's going to be taking a full-time job, and everyone tells me that everything changes then, right?
Okay.
They don't have as much. Right now we have the luxury of these nice long breaks at Christmas and in the summer. And that this might be our last holiday season where we have the luxury of time together.
So for you, it's you see it about to change.
I'm thinking about that. I'm
Yeah,
thinking about that
yeah.
for sure. And then, just the usual, right? The decorating and buying gifts. I've bought some gifts, but they're not wrapped. Like all of the tasks.
They're not wrapped.
All of the
Did you get the right
tasks
paper?
of the- I don't even have paper yet. I don't have paper. I never have tape. You cannot find a pair of scissors in my house.
yes.
Ever.
Right.
Scissors are
tape,
there's a
scissors.
scissor
Double-sided, that's all you get.
leprechaun that comes and steals scissors and.
I thought it was socks.
And then,
Okay.
you know what I mean? And then, the financial, financial of
Sure.
you want to give lots of people lots of things, but
Right.
there's not it's not
Right.
an infinite resource, money, right? So
Right.
you want to spend but not overspend.
But yet
and-
you don't want to get something that looks too cheap. It's all those
Right.
type of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's.
But,
is there a way? To your point, is there a way to take that, to feel that? That's normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to channel it, to look at it in a way, and we'll get to you
Yeah.
in a minute. Is there a way for you to channel that?
I
Yeah.
think so. And I think when we come to the tips part, I think maintaining perspective is a big part of that. And then, thinking about what can I, and I've got my buckets that I
Sure.
can,
Oh, yes.
but I always talk to my clients and my kids and myself, the two buckets in life, the bucket of things that we can do something about
Right.
versus the bucket of things that are outside of our control, right?
Yeah.
And so coming to some peace about some of those things that we just really
Well, I need you to put
can't-
your buckets out.
You want to see
Your
my
house.
buckets?
I want you to put them out. I don't
Hold
want you
on,
to do it. Let's see.
I'm so
Let's see.
uncoordinated.
Look at her
This
buckets.
could be a disaster.
Everybody,
Oh, you want to hold on?
everybody can buy some buckets.
The
And that's a
bucket of
great
things
point.
I can.
That's a great
oh, wait,
point.
hold on, turn the wrong way. Okay.
The things you can't do.
Things
That's
that we
so
can't
cute.
control.
That is
I
so
keep these
cute.
in my office. My friend Amber made them for
Those
me.
are so cute.
And the things that we can. And but really coming to some peace with this.
Right.
Right? There's some things that we just don't have control over. And a lot of our stress comes from trying to control things we can't.
Okay.
Right? So, and then thinking about what are the things I can do in terms of, and we'll talk about this, I think,
Very
towards
good.
the end,
Very good.
self-care.
Okay.
And,
Turtle, Fergie, you want to tell your story?
Well, so a couple of stressors. I mean, the present giving and everything like that. I'm in charge of present giving at my house.
Okay.
I mean,
what do you mean, Secret Santas, present giving?
well, we do. Everybody gets a present, but
Okay.
then we also do. On my side, we do either Secret Santa or White Elephant.
Okay.
Love that.
I mean, even yesterday, my husband's Secret Santa came in, and my son had opened it, and he was just like, "Who opened this?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I didn't see it." I mean, he's 3 years old, and he gets excited when things come to the door, so he's gonna get a lot of presents to open.
Right.
But we're hosting Christmas this year, and so. It's a really big deal because a lot of people are coming from out of town and they're flying in.
Right.
Can't control
it's
their
a lot.
flights.
Right.
Can't control delays.
And you're trying to get the house ready and where they're going to sleep.
Completely.
And,
Yes. My mom is coming in. She was diagnosed last year with brain cancer,
Yes.
and she's doing actually really well right now. She's very excited to come because we just had a little girl, and so she's very happy to have her granddaughter. That she'll get to see her for her first Christmas and everything like that. But the stress and the underlying tension there is definitely there because all of the families coming in, and I know that they don't really have an expectation, but I have an expectation of how I want things to go. And will everyone have a good time out of my control? Right? And so really coming through and making that very clear in my mind of what are the things that we can and can't do.
The buckets.
Yes, the buckets. And then, but on the other side, also teaching that to those that are coming in that I have no expectation of them as I'm hosting. Right? Everybody has their own customs and everything. And when you open up your house, you see them in a different light. And so just allowing them to be comfortable, right? Taking away any of those expectations that you might have of even for them to have to bring a gift after spending so much on the flight.
Right.
That's a really big deal. And making it for them to...
So what you're saying is to people out there who may be experiencing that same thing, don't put those expectations on.
Exactly.
Don't put it on anything. So the flight's late. So
the food is
food
not
burnt
great.
in the oven.
Yes.
Whatever. Just
Yes.
enjoy being with each other.
Yes.
And enjoy the moment and let the natural part
Right.
happen. Okay.
Yes, and everything with as the last couple of years have taught us with loss and grief and things like that, is that it is precious.
Yeah.
And so to be able to touch someone and to be able to just hold their hand, through the holidays, and is so much more than going to, I think, the store and handing them something.
So
I
true.
think that sometimes
Time.
that time, exactly, that is a gift. If you can spend a little bit of extra time with someone, I think that would be the gift you can give them. Along with, if you would like
It's like
to.
the most precious
Very good
resource
point.
that
Very
we
good
have.
point. Very
It's
good
the-
point.
it
People
is.
need to hear that. I mean,
Yeah.
and people say it and they think, well, to your point, but no, I really still have to get the gift. No, you really don't.
Yes.
Because in the end, people will remember the time you spent more than the gift you gave.
Yes.
And that's what you cannot ever change.
Yes.
Very good
I mean,
point.
think about when you're younger. What do you remember?
Back to what she was saying.
Yeah.
That
What
time.
do you remember?
Aw. But you know what? You know what's going to be so beautiful? I'm going to chime in real quick. I see your eyes. Is the fact that you're going to create something bigger and more beautiful than
Yes.
what you, all those other
Every
movies.
year.
You're going to do something.
Every
You're going
year.
to start a new tradition.
Right.
And
That's
it,
right.
And it
We
has
all
to
do
evolve.
that.
And it all evolves for all of us.
Because
And that's
life
what's
is
beautiful.
changed.
Now we got to hear you,
Right?
Cheryl. I'm
It
sorry.
is.
Okay,
Don't
so
be
Cheryl, go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just sitting back enjoying this.
is so
I agree
great.
with what you guys are saying so
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I think some of my stressors right now is time. And that crunch of time and the deadlines. My own expectations creates a stressor for me.
Yeah.
And then parenting through that. It's really important for me that our 3 kids understand what Christmas really means. And so getting to this place of parenting them through all of the school programs and Secret Santas and Elf on the Shelf and Santa, all these really beautiful traditions, which I love traditions.
Sure.
It's one of my favorite things about having a family. But those are my biggest stressors.
Right.
Making sure that I'm doing them well.
Because
And
you want it to be on time. You want things to be organized. It sounds like, and for you, that is stress. If something's off track, it's not going to feel right
yes.
for you.
And the stress is how I handle it
How
when
you see
it
it.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Funny little story. Our
Okay.
Christmas tree that we purchased on Friday of last week after Thanksgiving.
Wait, was it a pre-lit tree?
It's dead.
It's
Was
dead.
it a
That's what I
pre-lit
figured.
tree?
No, it's dead.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a real
that's what I
tree.
figured. It was too soon. It was too soon.
Dead.
It was too soon. It was too soon. It
And
should have
so,
been.
like,
Yeah.
it's dead. And so, my kids are, what are we going to do? And it's that moment for me of,
Wow.
I always ask them, well, what is more important? That's one of our questions we always ask.
Okay.
It's like the buckets, the two different buckets.
Yeah.
We have two different choices. What is more important? And it's not going out and buying another tree and decorating it, and it's being together. So,
And you'll remember the
Charlie
year
Brown,
you had the
you
tree.
will,
You'll remember the year you had the
I
dead
know.
Christmas tree,
And
right?
hopefully they will remember how mom responded to it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's.
So are you going to get another one? I just have to
No.
know. Are you gonna, like, are you going to just...
I mean,
no one
wait a
is allowed to
second.
touch it.
No one can touch it.
Yeah, I would be like in the middle of the night, scrolling out, getting a new tree. Bringing it out. No, okay. But you,
I
but
know,
you
it's
what?
a great idea.
But you know what? Like you said, it's the story.
Yes.
As long as those pine needles don't fall, and I have to clean, we have to clean all that up. You know, oh my God. Yeah,
Yes.
that's,
We're gonna put
that's
cotton
my
tape
stress.
around it.
We had that happen one year, and
Yeah.
that was the last time we got a live one.
Yes.
We put it upstairs, and my husband, all I saw from downstairs, here I am cooking, and I see a tree coming from the second story down, because he just opened it, and he just threw it out. He's like, I can't go down the stairs, or else it's going to create such a big mess.
But the
So
point
we
is,
purchased
those are
a-
some of the funny stories,
Yes.
though, right?
And
They
forever,
turn-
my kids will remember that.
And that could have been
absolutely.
a tipping point. That could have been the moment
Right.
where
Yeah.
it's all ruined, and we're
Right.
just going to choose not to let it happen that way.
No, I hear you, and I'll chime in a little bit myself. And my biggest, stress is knowing that my mom's not here at Christmas. And my mother always loved the holidays, and for her, the decorations and the table. So, I feel like I can kind of live vicariously because I continue. I shared that stuff. I was the child that shared. And all of us, my sisters who are listening, all of us have the characteristics. But what I'm saying is, I know inside of me that decor and the decoration, and I can continue that. And obviously, my sisters have just even on Thanksgiving went out to visit her and put, we decorate and they put a beautiful poinsettia and the snowman and all that, but. Because we just know how much she loved that. So it's hard not having her. But how I deal with my stress a lot of times, and I'm talking to counselors, y'all help me. They're gonna get me. I better be careful with my words. I'm a person who tries to compartmentalize, and I found that as a way to help manage. And it has taught me to, I've dealt with a lot in life, and as though we all have, and everybody's struggles are different. But what I've learned to do is I didn't want to crack. Okay, so what I chose to do was to compartmentalize and to find ways to turn those negatives into ways to make it positive for me, so I could continue to thrive. And I think that's what I'm going to do, and what I continue to do to help me get through things. And that's kind of how I manage mine. But.
And one of the best ways, I think, to manage grief during the holidays, right, is to find, I felt the same way this year when I was getting out my nativity and setting, because my mom loved the decor also, and some of those items she gave to me, right? And so it's like a lovely way to honor, finding ways to honor someone who's no
Now
longer
I
with
understand your
us.
pictures when you were doing all these beautiful pictures.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's nice because when I look at that room, it makes me happy, right? Because life is precious. None of us live forever, right?
Yes.
But so we lose people in our lives that we love, but we find ways at the holidays, especially, to honor them.
And what I love is what we just did here. If you think about it, we all gave our stressors, but in the end, it turned into a positive. We all feel, look at the smiles. And so people out there listening, if you see this and you hear this, talk about it.
Right.
Talk about it and get it out there and be able to communicate with someone. And then when you start to talk about it, you realize, oh my God, it's not so bad. And it's okay. We're all in this together.
Yes.
And really, let's have some fun and enjoy. We'll take another quick commercial and we'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Veda's Medical Spa and Wellness Center is a premier wellness center specializing in effective medical interventions to help you look and feel younger. Dr. Nangrani is dedicated to providing unmatched personalized care using a holistic approach that includes sophisticated cosmetic, aesthetic, and anti-aging treatments in a warm and relaxing atmosphere. Combining a medical spa with a wellness center, we ensure the best medical treatments are complemented by specialized holistic healing techniques. Vetta's treatments will enhance your natural beauty and never leave you with that done look. Visit us at vettasmedspa.com or call us at 281-298-5476.
If you're tired of wasting your money on makeup bags that were not wide enough and tumbling out your cosmetics, Makeup Junkie bags are here. One of the best cosmetic and travel bags you'll ever own, handcrafted in Texas. You can visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com where you can find our collection of makeup bags, totes, man junk bags, and jewelry bags. But that's not all. These junkie bags are not only for makeup. Visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com and shop all the bags everyone loves. Get one for you, your family, and your friends.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lawn Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lawn Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome back to Today with Cachet. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and we are focusing all this month about holiday. And in this morning, actually, we're talking a little bit about the untalked about topic, which is stress. A lot of people don't want to say, but they're experiencing a lot of stress that goes on during this time of year. And this morning in the studio, I have the lovely three counselors. We've got Fergie, we've got Bridget, and we've got Cheryl, who are we're sharing our stories about what stresses us. But, you know, I want to turn this over, ladies. Obviously, there are people out there listening, and we were kind of having a little fun with what we were talking about. But there's truly people out there who are sitting there listening right now and going, okay, that's cute, you know, I got that. But I've got only this much in my bank account. I got 5 kids over here asking for this type of stuff on their list. I got family issues. Dad's not talking to Mom. Cousin Bob's not talking to Sue. I got to go into all of that. You know, all of these ongoing issues that they know they're walking into. What do they do? I mean, how do they get through this? How do they make it something and turn that? How can they compartmentalize, if you will, or you know, change that mindset and to get themselves through this? What are some of those things they can do? Yeah.
Well, I think the first thing is to identify what is going to trigger them in the first place. So
Okay.
you listed a lot of them, but I
Right.
think just getting real with ourselves, sitting here and us talking, understanding what is it that's going to just, you know, is it seeing Uncle John walk in the room and wearing a flannel shirt instead of a suit that he was supposed to wear? Is it, what is it that's triggering us?
Right.
And then we can be more able to do the things that we're about to just mention.
Right,
COVID-wise.
because there might be 20 stressors, so figuring out what are the top ones
Yes.
and really
Yes.
tackling those. Or even tackling some of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I wish we had the answer to financial stress.
Yeah.
You know, if we had the answer to that, we'd be doing really
Right.
well as therapists. But you know,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
reaching out, figuring out, like prioritizing, reaching out. What resources are there in the community?
Well, I think she
you
said
know?
time.
Yeah.
If you don't have the money,
Offering your
you know,
time.
giving your time,
Homemade
homemade
gifts.
goods, you know.
Yes.
Baking,
Yes.
baking. I made limoncello this year
Oh.
and I'm making a chutney.
Still haven't gotten any of that.
To
I would
give
love to do that
away.
with my living
Yes.
gloves. Yeah.
Give away your recipe to
Yes.
something. You know, here you go, and
So
you have
true.
somebody coming, and you just don't have you don't even have the funds to make the recipe for
Right.
them at this time. That happens.
Yeah.
That happens right now because then you're thinking, well, I'm going to have to make it for them and for their whole family, and now it becomes really expensive, and now I need to go get a dish that can stay there. It starts adding up. Give them the recipe,
Right.
you know, with maybe just a couple of the ingredients that you can do. You know, trying to exactly that prioritization and understanding that the time that you're giving them, the time that you're putting into that, creating something special for them, goes much more than
Well, sure.
anything
Sure.
else.
I think creativity
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing. We can get creative.
Right.
Sit down and think of ways that you can give your time creatively, right?
Yeah.
Or you can give something to someone that is not about dollars.
Yes.
It's about experience. It's about time. And I think if we do that more, it stretches us.
Yes.
It stretches us to find ways to help.
Right.
And
And like
yeah.
a loving note.
And I was just
Some of
gonna
my
say
favorite
that.
things I've
Or
ever
notes.
received were
Yes.
like cards or notes
yeah.
from someone
Yes.
saying like, "This is a memory that I have of us," or "This
Remember
is something
the
I love about
coupons?
you."
I used to love. Okay, who can do
Yes.
this? Everyone, do those coupon
books.
books. The coupon books. I just came.
I
I
have
used
some
to.
unredeemed coupons. I
I
gotta say in a
know.
drawer.
I was
I'm
just
gonna
about to
redeem those
say,
this
I
Christmas.
haven't. I need to go find books. Would it be cute to have where it says, you're entitled to a walk with your friend to talk about your worst problem of the month with me on, something like that, and then that whole
Such a
book,
great
or your spouse, you're entitled to one day where you can tell me all of what you feel and I won't say anything back.
Oh, yes.
Be
Yes.
creative. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
is the idea of what it's stretching yourselves, finding those ways to make, and in the end, you actually are giving way more, and people will appreciate to give so much more.
Yes, they'll keep it.
People
Right.
never
My,
have
my
to
husband and I
think
do letters. That's what we do instead of gifts.
Okay.
We write a letter
Okay.
and then he'll post stamp it and I'll post stamp it and then we have it. So it just
Fun.
keeps adding up. So
love
we have it in
that.
an envelope.
Yeah.
And to
We
me,
have a
sometimes
book
when
of
we're having a hard
letters,
time, I open up that letter and I read that letter. I'm like, okay, this isn't great,
All my friends are going, am I getting a
This is
coupon
why
book? No.
But you know, I have a girlfriend who one time she was in graduate school and super broke in graduate school,
Yeah.
and she wrote down that she wanted to come over one day and do my. She came over and did my
see, that
hair,
kind of stuff is-
gave me a little scalp massage,
Oh,
a little
wow.
shoulder massage,
You're like,
put some, and I was like,
doing
that
this.
was like the best thing
still
ever.
do
Didn't
it.
cost her anything. She
Yeah.
used my makeup. She used my curling
I
iron.
love that kind of stuff.
And it was really sweet.
Right.
Really sweet.
Yeah, I
So-
think that's the key.
Yeah,
I think that's the
getting
key for
creative.
that. And go
And
please,
self-care. Self-care, I think, is huge, right? Thinking about the ways you can take care of yourself during the holidays,
Sure.
too. Because there are always going to be stressors, right? If you don't have some stress, some anxiety, you're not alive, actually.
Yeah, that's
We
Right?
were talking about
So-
that. Yeah,
Yes.
don't expect yourself not to have any either. Some of it is normal.
Right.
Right. I mean, if you're wondering how much should I spend, that's normal. You should kind of limit yourself.
Right.
You should have a budget. You should tell yourself, I'm only going to give so much.
Yeah.
It's quality over quantity too,
Yes.
right?
And this idea of stress is a choice.
Yeah.
Right, which some people might hear that and bristle at that, right? Like, what do you mean stress is? But maybe you guys can chime in on that a little bit. Like, is stress a choice? Do you think it is or no?
Well, I think it depends on how you define stress, right? And so if
Okay.
you're going to define stress as something that is negative every time, then
point.
it'll weigh you down, right?
That's
But if
true.
you start seeing it as, like my mom has always said, as if you're not stressing, you're not living, right? I mean, it's a part of the life process. And so if you start seeing it and seeing the okay, I'm going to look at my bank account, right? Let's take that stress.
Okay.
I'm going to look at my bank account, and it's going to stress me out because it's so low. Or, okay, this means that I'm going to change this up this week, therefore I can have that, right? As like a step up rather than a plummet down, right? That's a big difference whenever you start identifying the stress and maybe being okay with it rather, and then it would be a choice, right? It's more of a choice of how you see it rather than just because these things are real, right?
Yeah, I think
Like how
our
we're defining
response
it.
to it
Yeah.
is a choice. I think it will always be there.
That's
like
a
you
good
said.
clarification.
So, we will always have stress. We will always have things that are pushing us to our max, but how we handle it is a choice. And so that's where the buckets come in, and what do we have control over? Or I also think of a scale, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressful is this? Someone has a loss during the holidays. That's a 10. That's hard.
Right.
That's a big stress. But a Christmas tree that did not make it, that's definitely below a 5.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
allowing our, with my clients, having them scale it with my kids, with my friends, but it has to start with me. How do I categorize? What number is this on a scale?
Well, I think that's a great
helps me
point.
proceed.
Not everything can be 911. Everything's an emergency. If everything's an emergency in your life and everything is at the same level, then you are not managing truly your stresses.
Yes.
You're not
Right.
seeing one that can be defined as a okay stress versus a bad stress. You're just putting them all in one bucket. And
They're
that
getting
can't-
buckets.
That's
can't-
like
Yes.
that stress junkie thing.
Yeah, well, you
Right,
said
some
that.
people
There are stress junkies, you said.
kind
Yes.
of that they are thriving on high stress
Yeah.
all the time, and
Yeah.
it energizes them, and that's the way that they roll.
That's how they
right?
roll, yeah.
But I think Cheryl you both make really good points
Yeah.
about like how we choose to define this, right? We could choose to look at it as like it's life. Life is going to throw a bunch of stuff at us. Some of it's really hard, some of it's not so hard, but like we're going to roll with it and do our best. That's a
breath.
healthy way,
Like
right?
take one breath for yourself. Maybe then take 2 the next day. And then maybe by one day you'll be getting through it with really good healthy breathing, so you can stay in a very calm state of mind, so that when things get thrown at you, you're still in that calm state of mind and making really logical choices rather than these emotional. Yes, I'll do that, and they're mad at me today, so therefore they're getting this gift. I mean, like in here it just starts getting really tumultuous. Yes, and chaotic. Exactly.
Right.
And we do have a choice about our feelings, right? Our responses.
Right.
We can control our
said that before.
feelings,
You
right?
said
We
that
can,
before.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
We can shift our thoughts to shift our feelings. I'm not saying that that's easy
Take
to do.
ownership to a little
to
responsibility.
practice,
Right. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we don't have to receive everything as so highly stressful. We can let ourselves take a break. There's so much pressure, I think, as women too, don't you?
Oh, gosh.
To make everything perfect for the holidays. To host,
Yes.
to make it
Hostess.
special,
Oh, yes.
and huge, and especially like if you have a close relative who's who's struggling with something serious like
Yes.
cancer, that there is a lot of pressure, right? We put that on ourselves, like we need to make this special.
Oh yeah,
And
because the
sometimes we
thought
just
is there.
do
The
our
thought
best.
is it's there. It's an underlying tone. For example, it's an underlying tone the whole year, and then around this time it just kind of is amplified and it's magnified into holidays are so important. Therefore, if this is the last for anyone, let's make it the best. I mean, there's an expectation, and then that really
Or making it
messes
special
up.
for kids.
Oh
right?
gosh,
Yes.
Like
I
it's
think-
their childhood, and we want them to have these happy.
We don't want them to have
Childhood
any
Christmases.
disappointments.
Sure.
And I think
Right.
there's so much comparison. One of my favorite quotes is that comparison's the thief of joy. And this is the
Mine
season
too.
of joy.
Shakespeare. That's
Right.
Shakespeare.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
See what
But-
someone else has, and you go, well, can I meet that? Yeah.
And we do that with beautiful things, but also stressors. Sometimes people choose to hang on to stress because everyone else is stressed. So, well, if I'm not doing the holidays right if I don't talk about things that I'm stressed about. And so sometimes we can engage in conversations where we all just start listing things that are stressful.
Yeah.
And that's
Feeding
where
each
we
other's
can
stress.
create it a little bit.
And listen, I'm going to get a little technical, ladies. Listen, would y'all think that, and something that came into my head is a lot of it also is back to what Bridget had mentioned, the amplification is if we were taking time throughout the year to resolve and to heal and to get counseling and to do a lot of these things that we knew we would be on a balance so that when Christmas came or when New Year's came or when a holiday party came, it wouldn't be so, oh my God. But what's happened is a lot of times you haven't corrected all this other stuff. So then when Christmas comes, it just throws you because you've been dealing with that stuff you should have dealt with before. back to relationships and all these other things.
That's
you should have
right.
dealt with some stuff that you should have dealt with some.
Oh, the family.
You're like,
the
oh my
family
God.
stuff and boundaries,
Right,
right? Like
right.
Uncle Bob or
Yeah.
Aunt
I'll just
Kathy
ignore.
that,
Yeah.
you know, are people in your life that, you know, maybe are irritating or you don't have good boundaries with,
Should've
right?
dealt with
Like,
that one.
you're managing that during the year.
Exactly.
And when Uncle Bob or Aunt Kathy show up
You're
to
like,
Christmas
here I am.
dinner,
You're right. You got your Superwoman table.
it doesn't feel as stressful,
on.
right? Because you've set limits
Right,
on
right,
you know
right.
what it's
Right.
you know how it's okay to behave, what it's okay because this is a big thing that comes in my Facebook little
Yeah.
poll
Okay.
that came up repeatedly, right? Having to deal with certain people
Wow.
at the holidays, right?
So that was a big one.
Right. So, but if you've been avoiding dealing with them all year long, and
It's
now
only
it's
gonna get
Thanksgiving
bad.
dinner
Yeah.
or Christmas morning,
You're
and
gonna
they're
explode.
there,
You're
that's
gonna
going to feel
explode.
stressful.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
they're there,
You
right?
got to deal with this stuff sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go get your counseling.
Yeah.
You've got too many. What'd she say? 250 people?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Plenty.
No one in the Woodlands should have any issues, have any worries, because you got
lots of
enough
us.
people to help you
Lots
through
of
it.
us.
We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Veda's Medical Spa and Wellness Center is a premier wellness center specializing in effective medical interventions to help you look and feel younger. Dr. Nangrani is dedicated to providing unmatched personalized care using a holistic approach that includes sophisticated cosmetic, aesthetic, and anti-aging treatments in a warm and relaxing atmosphere. Combining a medical spa with a wellness center, we ensure the best medical treatments are complemented by specialized holistic healing techniques. Veda's treatments will enhance your natural beauty and never leave you with that done look. Visit us at vedasmedspa.com or call us at 281-298-5476.
If you're tired of wasting your money on makeup bags that were not wide enough and tumbling out your cosmetics, Makeup Junkie bags are here. One of the best cosmetic and travel bags you'll ever own, handcrafted in Texas. You can visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com where you can find our collection of makeup bags, totes, man junk bags, and jewelry bags. But that's not all. These junkie bags are not only for makeup. Visit www.makeupjunkiebags.com and shop all the bags everyone loves. Get one for you, your family, and your friends.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Arts Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsartsfloral.com and barbsartsfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Arts Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lawn Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lawn Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and And welcome back. We're over here talking. I can't have yours as the coupon book. It's got to be better. No, I'm teasing. Anyway, welcome back to Today with Cachet. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and we're having a party in here, actually. I should have said it's holiday, and we are having a party. Yeah, we're talking all this morning about how to manage. You can see we're doing it. How to manage your stress through the holiday, how you change your mindset and have fun and get through it. And so been talking. As I said, we've been dealing with the adults.
Yes.
We've been telling you what to do to get your stuff together. Now let's deal with the children.
Yes.
Let's deal with the children. That's where, because they're the ones that really, it's harder for them to kind of figure out how to manage. So what would you say, Fergie? Let's open it up.
So one of the things that I realize, even as an adult, is that we go to a lot of things around this time. I feel like it starts all the way in October, a fall festival, and now this, and, not that it feels like fall in Houston, but we have all these expectations on ourselves and different events that we need to go to. And then we take our children with us. And then we give them this expectation of act right, say your thank yous, say your pleases and everything. And then we also have the expectation of please don't react to what we're putting on your plate, right? Can you please not react and act like you are, in a library? Okay, but you're at a party. But so, not, we're calling it a party. We have all this music. Can you please be an adult, but not like Uncle Joe, right?
Such a good point.
Right,
Such a good point. I've been talking about Uncle Joe in the car, but don't say anything.
Right, exactly.
But we don't keep secrets in our family.
Yes. So a couple of the tips and tricks and things like that, a couple of things that might work for you guys, or that has worked for us sometimes when I remember, to do this with them, is to have maybe like a little moment of like a safe word that they can look at you and they can give you a safe word, and then that they need their time. Letting them know that sometimes you're going to need a little bit of space, right? Even with my own son a couple of years ago, we were at a big party. It was my mom's 70th birthday. And he came to me and he said, I need to speak with you alone.
I like that.
And he was 4.5, right? And so you can teach this at many ages.
It's beautiful.
And he took me and just said, I'm feeling a little sad. Okay. And there's a lot of people I don't know, and they know me. Because there's Facebook, there's Instagram.
Right.
All these people we hadn't seen, they know them.
How
They
overwhelming
don't.
for a 4-year-old.
Yes.
I love what
Yes.
you said. That is so huge.
Yeah.
Because people put all these expectations in what you just said and try to do this like puppets. But we as adults need all this. We don't think kids need them.
Right.
They don't need to be able to come to you and say, wait a minute, you just overwhelmed me, Mom.
It's too much.
I don't want to embarrass you or be rude or disrespectful, but I need a moment.
Yes.
That is huge.
Yes.
Or
And it
hyping
could
them
come
up in
out.
big groups,
Right.
like overstimulated.
Yes. And please
too
don't have a
much
tantrum.
sugar.
Right? Don't have a tantrum. Well,
Right.
if you give them an out before you walk in, if you practice at
That's
home
beautiful.
a couple of times, before you go into that party, then they'll know what to do. They'll at least, and for kids, it's important for them to practice the words, because when they're overwhelmed, they won't be able to really get to that. Their brain kind of shuts down. Ours does too. And so their emotions take over, and then they might be ridiculed for it because they're at a big party,
Right.
And here comes somebody who doesn't parent like you do, and
We had a 2-hour rule. And my husband will remember this. We had a 2-hour rule when we would go to birthday parties or any big event, and
Exactly.
because we would go and have fun for 2 hours, and it was always great. But every single time we broke that 2-hour rule, something happened.
yes,
Some
No, I know
incident
what you're talking
happened, or
about.
the kids had a meltdown.
Right.
They're overtired. They're overstimulated.
They're done.
So I really learned the hard way to stick to that. And my kids will remember this too. I'd be like 2 hours, and
See,
sometimes
2:01. I told
Sometimes
you.
my husband would say, "Well, wait
Right.
a minute, but they're having fun," and I would say, "Okay." And then
Uh-huh.
I guarantee
Something would come
something
up.
happened
Yeah.
because when they were under 5, that was just enough
too
time
much.
to be
It's too
in a
much.
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
We can all use our words and talk about I feel stressed, I feel overwhelmed, and kids are going to use their behaviors.
Right.
And so I
Good
think
point.
as parents, we have to understand that if they're acting out, there is more than likely a reason. We always say in our office that every behavior serves a purpose. So what purpose is it serving? And then what are we willing, if we make priorities, are we willing to leave it 2 hours, or are we just having so much fun? Just go up and play on your iPad more.
Yeah.
We just have to understand that there is going to be a
That's a huge
consequence to
point.
that, and it might just be a rough day the next day.
I love that point
So-
because you hear so many times a parent going, "Why are you acting out? Why are you can't stop doing? Why are you?" Well, let's see. Maybe if you just pulled them to the side and let them have that moment, and they knew they had that.
Right.
It's that.
Right.
That is huge. Those 2 points is
And
huge.
give them a
Yeah.
hug
really
because
good.
your heart rate, the way that you're feeling, if you can stay in that calm mode with them,
Yeah.
you know, and bring them in, it will regulate them.
Absolutely.
It will help them regulate, and so practice that along with them, you know, and let them know that this is something that's an option.
Right.
Can you imagine walking into a place and not having a way out? I mean, any of us would and so for our children to look around and not have that option or practice knowing that they have, and so at that moment, I actually told my son, here are the different people you can go to.
wow.
And so if you can't see me in this big party, these are the different ones. And I went to those people. I said, hey, by the way, when you feel a tug, it might be because he needs a hug or he just needs you to make eye contact with him to be seen.
What a mother.
So lovely.
What a mother. Oh my God.
There's no way out.
Yeah,
Like it's the room with, it's the house with no windows.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
None of us wants to live in the house with no windows.
Cheryl, you have to say
Right?
that. You have to tell everybody. That was
yes.
cute about that. I was saying like, I brought up the point rather that I love having lived in houses, in different houses. The window, a kitchen with a window, it's a must.
Yes.
Looking out your window, and you brought
Yes,
up
and
some-
we, you know,
yeah.
in graduate school, we always talk about kids doing drawings of houses, and you know, one of the things that you'll say, okay, draw a little house, and if a kid doesn't put a window on it, then all the soon-to-be clinicians in the
There's
room
something they're
are
hiding.
like, why don't they have a window on their house? You know?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's such a, and all jokes aside, if your child is drawing a house with no windows,
Please
do
call
not
Cheryl.
let that
Please
add
call Cheryl.
stress.
Please
No
call
stress
Cheryl.
added, but. It's such a natural thing to be able to have a place of respite and peace, and we need it. Our bodies need it, our souls need it,
right.
and so whether that is being able to look out a window and seeing green and natural
so
space,
beautiful.
or finding your mom and having her give you a hug.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys seen the Chick-fil-A commercial?
Oh, tell me.
It's-
I haven't.
Okay.
well,
Tell us.
because I think all of this is so beautiful,
Yeah.
but if we don't have the time, we won't be able to teach it. We won't be able to give hugs. And the Chick-fil-A commercial is this beautiful story of this little kid going to a mom and dad, and they're busy. They're on their devices. They're like doing this, and they're probably busy working. No fault to them. Entirely. And so the child goes to Santa and asks the Santa for mom and dad to have more time,
Oh,
and that's
wow.
what they wanted for Christmas. So I think that's just a
No, but that's huge.
It is.
Chick-fil-A, if you didn't even need any
Chick-fil-A.
more business, but that right there
It's-
just took you off the
It
charts.
was beautiful.
Put the phone
And
to
it
bed.
wasn't condemning. It wasn't, but it was a reminder. I think that's what we need, is a reminder to be present, not give presents.
That is
Although
huge. I
bring
love that.
presents for the toy drive.
Yeah.
Do that. But be present.
Okay.
But be present.
So we're not saying don't give toys.
Yes.
You don't want that stress if you don't bring a toy at Christmas. Yeah, but no. But what we're saying is to have a little bit of it all. And
Yeah.
you know, to your point, what you were saying about the kids and all that, you've got to be able to tell your child in the same way you can have that safe. Is the same way you can have, if you've already created that with your child, you could sit down, let's go back, you only have so much money. Your kid is giving you a list this long. Right. If you've already, back to the point, doing this stuff throughout the year, you've created that safe haven, so to speak. Right. You could sit down with your child and say, this is where we're at this year. Right. I can only get you 2 things. Tell mommy what you, or tell Santa, tell Santa what are those 2 things you want. Right.
Yeah.
That child would be able to understand that and respect that because you've already built that relationship, right?
Yes, they feel
That's
very
why it's so
moist.
important to do
Yes.
these things
All
throughout
year.
the year,
Yes.
so that when these times come, you've already put the mechanisms in place that you don't have to freak out. Back to your point, the child, you're going to meet with the uncles and they don't have the good relationships, but everybody can, hey, I got a moment. I need to go in the room, Uncle, or Sue, I need to talk to you about it. If you're doing all these things, it works. It solves a lot of these things.
And all of this is speaking to living within our value system. Right. And so if the value is I want to spend a lot of quality time with my kid at Christmas, then the automatic, like the thing that comes out of that real easily is putting my cell phone down, right?
Right.
And whenever we're not living in every single problem, I believe, is when we're not living in accordance with our value system. That always creates problems for us. So thinking about what is it that's important to me at the holidays, you know, spending time with certain people or being able to do certain things, right? And then finding ways to do that versus we all get distracted. Life is very distracting in 2019, right? Especially with technology and social media. So taking a step back and really thinking about what is it that I want to get out of this holiday season and living according to that, I think would lead to a lot of happiness.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Totally agree.
It's supposed to be a joyful season.
And,
Right.
and gauge your behavior, right? I mean, really, because that's the evidence you have, right? If at the end of the day you've recognized that, you know, your value system is to spend time with your child, right? And then your behavior was out shopping all day, right? And that happens.
Yeah.
So then the next day, say, okay, you know what? So tomorrow I'm going to connect here and here with these minutes, and even put a little timer and tell them, you know, for this amount of time, it's just me and you, right? No
that.
matter the age. I mean, I would love that with my mom, with my dad, when they come in, for them to say, hey, I'm going to give you 5. I mean, how many of us remember those, you know, those small little dates you go on with your parents, you know? I mean, I'm from a family of, you know, 4 kids, and it's having that little bit of time with just them is big.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
And I love that idea. And also, like, your values maybe you don't have little kids. Maybe your value is having a lot of fun and seeing a lot of friends during the holidays. And that naturally leads into going to lots of glitzy parties and having fun. And that's okay, too.
Sure.
Right? But, like, figuring out what is it that's important to me and finding a way to make that work and reflecting on it. Most of us don't take time out of our days, I don't think, to reflect on, am I living in accordance with my values, or what was my behavior yesterday? We get a new chance every day.
Right.
How great is that?
So
We get a
good.
new day every day to try to do something differently.
Yeah. It's a gift.
I love that.
That's what I try to live by. Like, I fall short every day, but I can
Right.
try better tomorrow, you know?
No, I totally agree. And but anyway, so in summary, we're wrapping up here. I think we've given some really good tips. I mean, I think we've talked it through. We've shared some personal stories here, and thank you, ladies, for being on this morning. And do y'all just want to kind of, before we wrap up, tell your names again and who you are, and so in case anyone out there is listening and wants to give you a call.
So, Fergie Havman, and I'm at Family and Youth Institute here in the Woodlands.
Bridget Seletka, and my practice is Forge My Path, also here in the Woodlands.
And Cheryl Butler, and I'm with True North the Woodlands.
Okay, ladies, thank you so much.
Thanks
And
for
we
having
will
me, guys.
Thank
Great.
you
Oh,
so
my God,
much.
y'all have to, again, as I always say,
conversation.
we're gonna have to come back, right?
Yes.
Just as a party. Anyway, have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.